Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. How are you doing? This is early access to the Class 170 pack, which is coming out tomorrow, the 29th of July. Thank you to Dovetail, as always, as part of the DTG Ambassador Programme, for sending this over to me early. We're on the PC this morning. I want to say straight off the bat that what you're going to see is an earlier build. There is due to be another build that the ambassadors will receive at some point on Monday. So whatever you see, a big disclaimer, there could be some differences by the time you get your hands on it. And hopefully we'll be back tonight at the usual time on a Monday, 6:30 UK time. We'll be playing this live, and I hope by that time we've got the final build. I'll confirm that once we get to the live this evening. So I just wanted to let you know about that. So yeah, this pack's coming out tomorrow. It is $12.99 UK, €15.99 euro, $16.99 in dollars. We'll have a quick look at what you get as part of this, and then we'll just jump in and we'll run a service straight away. So it is on the Birmingham Cross-City Line, so you will need that to be able to run this 170 pack. It's nice to get back to the Birmingham Cross-City, I've got to admit. I don't play it much on PC, as you can see. PS5 is where I've played it all. But, you know, I've spent a long time on the Birmingham Cross-City. What do we get as part of it? Well, we've got the original Cross-City timetable. And you can see there we've got the 66, the high-speed train, 323, the 37, etc. as part of that original timetable. If you pick up this DLC with the Class 170, you'll get a copy of that timetable. But if you look over on the right hand side, you can see there is much more traffic and stock available within that timetable. So if we click on it, we have got the 170, of course, within there. If we just click on that, you can see we have got the 170/5 in the West Midlands trains, the 170/6 West Midlands trains, and then we have got a brand new livery for TSW, which is, of course, the CrossCountry livery. And you can see there we've got a 170/5 and a 170/6 also for the CrossCountry livery, which is quite nice. Now, I just want to say one other thing back over on this side. As we're driving around, if you do see some liveries, such as this Freightliner one, for example, and a couple of others that I've got on the 350, they're all coming in from Creators Club. So, you know, they're not part of the DLC. Because I've got a few downloads on Creators Club, you do tend to occasionally see them pop up in places where you wouldn't expect. And you might go, oh, I haven't got that. Why have I not got that? Creators Club. Go and have a look on Creators Club. Quick look at scenarios. Handily, all the 170 scenarios at the top. So we've got 3 of these. We've got rerouted. It's an average day in Birmingham. You're in the middle of a long-distance passenger service from Nottingham to Cardiff. You've heard some talk about issues at Birmingham, but nothing's certain yet, blah, 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 and all that. Look out for problems that might arise. That's 30 minutes. I'm not going to read them all out. You've got Tunnel Trap. That's 40 minutes. And then you've got Lickey Incline. I think we can guess what that's going to be. That's 40 minutes. And that's actually 3 yellows on the old difficulty scale there. So we're just going to run a service today. So I'm going to get that set up, and I will be back with you straight away. Yeah, so we are at Bromsgrove, and we are in the cross-country livery for this one. I thought we would run this. Not in service. That's part of this earlier build. Don't worry too much about that. That will be fixed. But yeah, here's my favourite livery out of the two. Of course, the Cross-City, the West Midlands trains, or West Midlands Railway, I should say, livery. We've seen before on the 323s, but this is the cross-country. And it's a very nice job as well. You can see from the inside as well. All the inside is all nicely done. We've got like wooden floors. We'll have a look at that once we get set up, get the doors open. But it's very, very nicely done. It's a very, very catchy livery, this one, the cross country. And now that this license is in TSW, I kind of like some of you guys. I would got my fingers crossed for a Voyager, cross country Voyager. And what route could we have that on? Loads of routes. Let's do it. Anyway, we're at Bromsgrove. I'm going to get set up without further ado. We're going to get up the Lickey Incline. We're going to see what all the fuss is about in the article, where it said these diesels will not get up the incline very fast. We'll see if that's true or not. I'm going to come out of the photo mode, and we're going to get everything going. So, first thing that we'll do is the master key, and we'll put the reverser there into forwards, ready to go. We'll unlock the doors. We'll have a look inside in a second. As I said, let's put the lights on. That's the tail lights. It's this one that we want. Let's get these on day running. That's fair enough. I don't know why the clipboard light comes straight on. Let's get rid of that, shall we? We'll have some windows open and you can hear outside. Now, safety systems. First thing to notice on this one, a little bit like the Pendolino with the AWS. You have to flick this switch first. Can you see it's cut out? So the AWS won't work unless you first flick this switch. So remember that. So flick that first. That's now on. And then the safety systems are all over on this side. So if we just take them in order, we've got the vigilance. Let's unisolate that one. Next to that, we have got the driver's safety device, DSD. Let's do that. And then finally, right on the end, we have got the said AWS. So now, when we sit down, we can cancel that, and we're all ready to go. We can put that on as well. Okay, I think we're all ready to go. The DRA is not on. So let's have a quick look outside. So this is the interior I was telling you about. I said it was a wooden floor. Actually, I think it's carpet, isn't it? It's carpet. It's a very nice patterned carpet, but you can see lovely there. There's first class. There's first class, I think, on this one. The West Midlands Railway has no first class, but the CrossCountry does have first class, and that's what you were looking at. Here's the second class. Look, you can tell they're packing them in. Let's just have a look outside. Yeah, there's a bit more room there, isn't there? It's slightly posher. I'm thinking it's posher. There is no actual... Is there an actual board on the outside that says this is first class? I can't see it, unless it's hiding behind the open door. I can't see it. But that's definitely a bit more spread out than everybody else. So, yeah. Let's just have a look down the train whilst we... Yeah, everyone's packed in like sardines here. Everyone wants to go on this cross-country, though. I don't blame them. It's nice. We should get the doors locked. Let's do it. We're slightly late setting off now. Okay, so university is where we're off to. I could hear the guard just buzz us then, so I think we're ready to go. Combined brake and throttle. You see, it rolls back on this incline. You see, just slightly. So, I think we got a hill start. Have we got a hill start button somewhere? I think we have. Probably hold it. I must admit, I've not looked into it, but there will be a hill start, I bet, is it? There it is, hill start, so it's on the controller. I'm using the controller. So there is a hill start, which will help with that rolling back. But this is the Lickey Incline that we're now going up towards. So we've got to get a run up whilst we're on the flat. And just for you guys that like a horn. There we go. Yeah, you can see it ahead of us, look. As we start to make the rise up. Let's just have a quick look at the schedule. We're going to university. We're due there at 12:38, and then we're straight into New Street for 12:45. So it's just a short one. It'll give us a chance just to have a look, and then come back for the live stream that we've got this evening, where we'll play it a couple of hours, and we'll jump in both 170s, both liveries, and we'll have a good look at them. For me, though, like I said, this one's the star of the show, the cross country. Is why I wanted to show this one. It looks so nice and shiny and just, you know, touchy-feely. I like the colours. Colours great. So whilst we're making our way up the incline, let's just recap again over some of the facts that we've got. So the release date, as I said, is tomorrow, Tuesday the 29th. This is early access for the ambassadors today. It is releasing consoles. Again, it's usually around 10 AM on the Tuesday, with Steam and Epic later that day, between about 4 and 6 p.m. UK time. It's developed by Rivet Games. They did the 170 on the Scottish route as well. So, you know, they know all about the 170. It is coming out on Steam, Epic, Xbox One, Series X and S, and also PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. And as I mentioned right at the beginning, you will need this route, which is the Birmingham Cross-City Line. And originally, can you believe it? The Birmingham Cross-City Line was originally for TSW3. It doesn't seem that old, does it? It's a couple of years old now. Great route, like I said right at the start, great route. I've not had it long on the PC, but, you know, as I said, PS5, I've played it. So it's a very decent route. So a quick look around the cab whilst we're here, by the way. And you can see what's going on. Let some sound in from the outside. As you just see here, the diesel. Let's now just close them, and you can hear what the cab sound is like. Hopefully this is coming through okay on the Streamlabs. It's a bit quieter, isn't it? It's a bit quieter. Let's open one of these again. It is the middle of summer that I've set this to. So, what about the liveries and the variants? So, we got the Class 170/5, which is a 2-car. And we got the 170/6, that's a 3-car unit. The West Midlands Railway livery, which I'm sure we're going to see as traffic as we go along. There's no first class on that one, as we talked about. This CrossCountry livery does include the first class. And if you're wondering, well, what's the difference between apart from liveries, what's the difference between these two 170s and the one that we've already got, the ScotRail one we've already got in the game? Well, it's got updated cabs, interiors, and headlights, amongst other things. And as we talked about, this is the first appearance of the CrossCountry branding in TSW, so that's really exciting, isn't it now? We're coming off the incline, by the way, so we should be able to pick up some speed. Just sound the horn there as we come around. We can get up to 75, shortly 90. We've still got just under 8 miles to go to university as well. We'll have to talk about the gameplay and the timetable highlights. So, for the West Midlands Railway, Class 170, there are over 150 services in the timetable. Now, of those, 58 are playable. They run between Birmingham and Hereford, Great Malvern and Worcester. Those are the services themselves. Then the CrossCountry 170 has got 180 services. In fact, over 180 services. 31 of those are playable. Operates between Cardiff and Nottingham. That's what the whole run is. But the playable area, of course, is Bromsgrove to Birmingham New Street, which is one of the ones that we're doing right now. The timetable was set in 2019, so it was a direct copy of the original timetable that was part of the Birmingham Cross-City route, and it includes rare ECS movements and longer formations up to 4-car and beyond. Now, the only other thing that we talked about during the article the other night is the other difference between these 170s and the 5-circle one is that there are no auto announcements on these 170s, which is a shame, because on the 5-circle 170 that's a really nice feature. It would have, according to the article, it would have took some significant rework of the route to allow that to happen. And so it isn't in for this 170, which is a shame, but I can kind of understand it. Right, let's get up to this 90 if we can. Have a quick look outside. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's nice. Yeah, looking good. No problems once it gets on the flat. It's away. It's just getting up that incline. As everyone mentioned, it will be a little bit sluggish, but we're all right now. We're cooking with gas right now. Let's talk about some layers, though, as well, because if you own some of the other add-ons as well, they will appear, and they will also make Birmingham look a little bit more busier than it was, in a similar way to how we had Manchester Piccadilly at the Glossop line, and it was very quiet. And just recently with the Manchester Report commuter, Piccadilly has come out of itself really, with so much traffic sat in and around the platforms there. It's made a massive difference to Manchester Piccadilly. So Birmingham New Street was always crying out for this, wasn't it? Right from the start. Well, now it's starting to take shape. So with the layers, if you own the Class 350, which was one of the standard units that came with the West Coast Mainline South, and therefore with TSW5, that you'll get playable services between Birmingham New Street and Aston, so that's quite nice. The Pendolino has got one playable service, which is an ECS move, and the rest of it is AI traffic. There's a lot of AI traffic around New Street. You'll see that as we pass this 323 in the West Midlands livery. There's another one on the other side as well coming in. So there you go. That's nice. Nice to see the traffic. You will also be able to use, well, you'll be able to see, not use, the Class 150 from the Cardiff City network if you own that as well. The Transport for Wales Class 150, that provides AI services out of Birmingham, which is quite good. And yeah, it's going to breathe some new life into the Birmingham Cross-City route, which is excellent. I've been really looking forward to this coming out. I know a lot of you have as well. A lot of you are excited about this cross-country livery, because I think it gives us a few options for the future, doesn't it? Once we've got the licence, you would hope they will want to keep using the licence. So, yeah, get your suggestions into the forum, I reckon, if you haven't already. I'm coming down for this 45 now. Because we've still got about 2.5 miles till we get to University Station. Let's just pop back in. So I hope you're all looking forward to this. Do come back tonight for the live stream at 6:30 UK time, usual place. And if you've got any questions, we can try and answer them. We can have a look around the DLC before you go and pick it up tomorrow. I know there's quite a few of you quite like the option to be able to do that before you go pick it up, so that's fine. As I said, we'll do a couple of hours on it. We'll just run up and down a few times and have a good look. And of course, I'll be running the one Pendolino service that there is. We'll be doing that because I always want to be able to officially drive a Pendolino wherever it layers in. So we'll be doing that. Let's speed up to 60. Dynamic weather for this run, by the way, I've taken off. I've just got it set to early August, as I usually do for these first looks, just so you get a good look around. You've already seen the route in this case, of course, many times, but it's all about looking at the 170 this time. The 323 there on the other side. This is Bourneville, of course, unmistakable by the old dairy milk kind of colours on the platform. We should see the chocolate factory over there. Don't know if any of you have been on a tour of the Cadbury's chocolate factory. Worth doing, especially if you've got a sweet tooth. Right, 1.4 to go. And how are we doing for time? Because we started off late, didn't we? Not that it really matters for a first look. We're looking at it, that's all. There we go. You got a double yellow. And just a mile to the station. There's one of our colleagues going the other way. Starting to get to the built-up area now towards Birmingham. There is the university. There are mods for this route, by the way, if you're on PC. I haven't got any of the mods for this one, so what you're seeing right now is the standard Birmingham Cross-City. But I know quite a few of you on PC quite like the mods. Right, 400 to go, just under this little bridge, and you see the edge of the platform right there, university platform. We're actually all right on time, to be honest. We've clawed back that 40 seconds quite well. Quite a fast run, really, on this service, to be honest. A lot of the 323 services are start and stop, aren't they? These ones, you tend to be able to move a little bit quicker. So we'll come to a stop right there. We'll have a look at the doors opening again, shall we? There we go. Let everyone on. Wow! Please mind the gap between the train and the platform edge. You're not kidding. Look at this. It's because we're kind of leaning over to the right a little bit as well, which doesn't help. You can see there, because we're on a curve. There's quite a big step there. The passengers are doing the best. There's probably no animation for that much of a step, to be honest. So we'll have to just give them a bit of license there. Let's have another look inside. Nicely done on the inside, aren't they? They're very nicely done. You can use guard mode on these, by the way. That's the other thing you can do, if that's your thing. A guard mode with as many passengers as that on board could be quite interesting, let's face it. Right, this time we will accelerate from outside, I think. Straight to notch 7, I think. And New Street is our next and final stop. And that is in just under 2.5 miles. Back following the canal again on the right hand side. I think we follow it pretty much all the way in now, if I recall. So what do you guys think of the pricing for these types of packs? Is $12.99 a fair price for this? What do you reckon? I've seen various bits of feedback. Some of you are saying yes, some of you are saying no. I think it's kind of down the middle, really, at the moment. Let's just keep an eye on the speed. When we come into Birmingham, we've got to come in very slow, of course. There we go. Let's just go over this side and then we can follow it in. There we are. Double yellow, coming down to the 40. It's quite a nice area of the route, this, just before Birmingham. Just over a mile to go. Hopefully this just gives you a little early flavour of it, 24 hours before it's releasing. And we'll have the proper look tonight, as I've mentioned a couple of times. Hopefully you will see that on the feed, and you can set a reminder for that. if you want to come and join us. We do trains, usually we do trains every Monday night. If there's a new release out, we do the new release generally in early access. If not, we either split our time between something else, TSW or Train Simulator Classic. In Train Simulator Classic, we usually go a little bit further. We did Glasgow to Preston last week in the Class 90, which was a good run. All 3 hours of it. Thank you to everybody that joined me for that. That was a very enjoyable run. Right, we're just outside Birmingham, just over half a mile. We've got a 20 and then down to a 10, of course, as we come into the platform. Due in on platform 9 today for this service. So let's start reducing speed. There's the 20 board, we're good for that. Just at the end of the tunnel we got the 10, just as we open up into the station. So we don't need to do anything just yet until we see the end of the tunnel. There it is. Three notches of brake. I need to remember that as well. as we went straight into emergency. That's because I'm using the controller. It's quite slick. Sometimes the triggers are quite slick, and we end up slipping into emergency quite by accident. But we're in emergency at the right time, because that's where you would want to stop. You don't want any accidents around this this part. But take a first look at Birmingham. As we come in, as I said, there are no 150s, so Transport for Wales 150s are not there in this build. Hopefully they will be in sometime today, as I'm speaking, Monday. But I'm sure you agree, compared to before, that's a decent amount of traffic. There might be a bit more could be squeezed in, but I suppose we've got performance issues to think about. But certainly, that's a good start. That's a very good start. We've got 323s hanging in there. At the back. I'm speeding again. Obviously, the Pendolinos are in. And we'll just pop back in. The other thing I noticed as well when I was playing this earlier is that the lighting seems to be a bit better as well in Birmingham New Street, so I don't know whether or not anything has been particularly done with that for this release, but it's not looking as bright white. Do you know what I mean? It used to look very washed out. It doesn't at the moment. It looks alright, so I wonder if a little bit of work has been done on New Street Station itself. I don't know. I didn't see anything about that in the release notes for this. But I'll take it because it looks way better. Another cross-country over there on the right-hand side. This is our red signal. So let's just pop it there. Yeah, see, there's traffic everywhere. We're not used to this. The 323 going out. Let's open the doors. And that will be it for this very quick first look. Hope you've enjoyed it. Do come back for the live stream tonight. We'll look at it in way more depth. Take it easy. And I'll see you this evening. All the best. And bye for now.